what's happening, everybody? Welcome back. It's good to have you here. It's Wyatt, of course, with another Titanfall adventure for your viewing pleasure. Yes, and it's some more attrition gameplay, and we're heading to a new map here on the channel. It's called Rise. Now we have seen some clips of this map in the montages. This map known for really this one epic. It has this epic wall run traffic lane that runs through the heart of the map that I'm about to get on right here. And I'll tell you, when the matches start off, it doesn't happen this round, but sometimes you'll get like 4 or 5 guys up here on opposing teams, and there's a couple of guys wall hanging, there's a couple more wall running in, everybody just shooting their guns. It makes for some epic vertical battles on this map, Now right here, some bad luck as I came charging in. I did a little bit of damage, but not enough to finish off the man. As Chris, he drops a great satchel charge. I saw it there, but I never saw it in the heat of the action, in the heat of the moment, when the evil deed went down. And he sends me back, and anyway, I'm back in. I got the itchy trigger finger with my CAR, with my SMG here, and a little sloppy here. A little sloppy throughout the course of this round. I can admit that. And it cost me my life several times, in fact. But eventually, I pull it all together before it's all said and done, and get my shit together. But a little sloppy back there. I did take down a couple of men, though, so that I can't complain. But I do, for you guys that watch my Titanfall content, I speak often about kind of elegant movements, graceful movements, I guess. Where your movements of the character and your accuracy are all kind of spot on, and you're pulling it all off simultaneously. You have those moments of just greatness, of perfection, of grace and elegance. That's what I love when it happens in this game, and I strive for it. I've been striving to bring in moments like that more often, but often, I fail. It gets sloppy. It can be hard. It's easier said than done. I can certainly visualize it in my mind, but actually making it happen on screen is, it's a work in progress for me, people. And of course, there we go. Oh, it wouldn't be around if Wyatt didn't bounce an arc grenade off a sack of potatoes or a wall or something and blind himself for a couple of seconds. Now, right here, this was unfortunate, If you guys were actually watching there, I did take out one man and then just missed my melee kick. My judo kick, my karate kick there, just by like a hair. And I swear, if I'd hit it on that man, that would have ended quite differently. I'd probably still be on the goddamn rampage right now. But because I probably would have turned around and dealt with that third man that eventually spilled my blood and sent me to the next life. Now again, I got up on this Titan and kind of just misjudged things. It would have been nice if I'd come off into like a double jump and gunned the man down that was putting fire away from this balcony here. It takes me a little while to get up here. He's obviously cleared out of the area, and now I just have to continue to push forward with no real results coming in. And again, a great little play there. It looked pretty good. It looked fancy. It looked styling. It would have been great if I'd gotten there before the man fell and I could have filled him full of lead or come in and snapped his neck, but somebody else did him in before I could actually plant my feet on this rooftop. So anyway, the Titans are coming down. It's the Clash of the Titans moment where all the Titans are dropping. It's 6-on-3 right now in our favor. I figure I'm in a pretty good location to kind of chip away at the distracted enemy Titans, with the Sidewinder micro-missile launcher. Things not looking good, though. We've lost 2 Titans. They bring in a 4th one. It's all square now, 4 apiece. And you know what? Look at this. Just as I was swapping to my Sidewinder, this man rushes up here, gets right up in my face, right up in my space, and by the time I finally get the SMG back out and line up the shot, my God, I'm eating a foot. I'm eating a foot to both the ass and the face. He got me smoking on both ends. God damn it, I'm pissed. Just embarrassing that I fell to that barrage of furious feet of flailing. Goddamn, I don't even know how to end that. Well, there. That's a perfect way to end it. With a goddamn chiropractic kill as I'm caught napping, as I like to say. I caught unawares, a man sneaking up behind me, and not great. I don't know if you all saw the numbers flash up on the screen, but at this current point, about the halfway point of this match, I've only got 3 pilot kills, 3 minion kills, and I'm sitting with 4 deaths. So the fact that this is still up here on the channel, or making it up here, means that something good happens in the second half of this round, I eventually do swing things in my favor. It's still not as clean as I would like, but I tell you, I promise you, I do have one really memorable moment near the end of this round that kind of, it had I don't know, it had a hint of that kind of greatness, that elegance that grace that I speak of. I mean, you can see me. I'm doing it here. I'm running pretty nicely. I mean, evading all this fire. I took a man down and went straight into a couple of different wall runs there. Continued my vertical climb, my vertical run, and evaded all the kind of the Titan fire that was coming my way in the process. So moments like that are pretty good, you know. I would have liked to have been able to do a little bit more on the offensive, you know, from an offensive standpoint in the process, but just kind of staying alive and scrambling at that moment, it looked pretty good, you know, I have to admit. It shaped up pretty nicely, and I was able to come back out and capitalize, putting down BG Party there, or Big Party. Not really sure what that's supposed to be. Tracking a second man in here. Unfortunately, he was wielding the shotgun. Unfortunately, I ran through the door into this darkened room with my clip in hand, mid-reload, and was looking to get well, you saw it. I came in with the flying foot, and the man bucked me down with a spectacular quick turn. Like, real great presence by him. He knew what was going on. He knew he had to get turned around quickly. He knew he had to get that shotgun ready, and had to get a blast sent my way, and he did. He put me down, sent me back into the next life, but I'm back again. And this time, working the perimeter of the map, or working a kind of a poorly populated lane right now. It's really just AI over here. A lot of Spectres. My Auto Titans here as well. I don't think I mentioned it this round yet, but this loadout has the Guardian chip in it. So my Auto Titan actually has increased accuracy, which is why I have opted to stay on the ground. This is a strategy I'm trying to put into effect for this loadout in particular with the Guardian chip, where I go running and gunning, and my Auto Titan does his thing, and we just kind of watch each other's back. Hopefully, you know, and I like it. It's almost like you get the best of both worlds when you try and play it like that, you know. So I recommend that, and I think the Guardianship is worth giving a shot. You know, give it a shot. If you play the game, you may just enjoy it, you know. And don't get in your Titan. Just run alongside of him, you know. Try and keep guys off his back, and hopefully he'll watch yours in the process. Anyway, I doomed that one Titan. He didn't have much health left. I also lost my Auto Titan in the process. The stim pack the stim is jacked in, you know, and I figure I'd take advantage of it and make that jump. Well, you can make that jump without the extra boost to speed, but it just makes it a little bit easier. It's a little less forgiving in case your timing is off. Jumping across that from one window to the next, across that central lane. And I finally find my way back into kind of the thick of things here. This seems to be where the action is playing out. Find a couple of Spectres just moving into the area. And circling around, continuing, just kind of moving, you know. I want to try and work the vertical where I can, check clean rooms, but continue to keep a good pace if I can. And it's all a matter of just continuously doing that, and eventually it all kind of clicks, you know, and that elegance, that grace that I speak of starts to appear. Now right here, this is kind of the moment, the beginning of it, a nice little wall run there, wall climb, put down Jeeves at the top of it. Now watch this, the Sidewinder, I'm doing battle with the one Titan, a great little track there around the corner, some great wall running, some great parkour, and go straight into the wall hang and doom the Titan. So I tracked him around the corner on the vertical with the micro missile launcher, with the Sidewinder, and go straight into the wall hang and doom him. And I thought that was just kind of a spectacular moment. You know, I thought it was really clean, and it looked good. It looked good, and it was effective, and it paid off, you know. So it's still a lot of heavy-duty activity playing out around here. We just lost another Titan. The Titans are all matched up right now. Of course, we do have two more available to us. The grayed out Titans, if you're looking at the lower left-hand corner, a grayed out Titan means that somebody has a Titan available, but has yet to actually drop it, bring it down to the battlefield, you know. So now at this point, you're going to see that strategy of kind of running side by side with the Titan really shine through here, you know. I do have another man who's mounted, who's rodeoed this sucker yet again, and you noticed earlier on I was keep cleaning his back off, you know, keeping the pests off his shoulder, and I did it one more time. Nice anticipation on the fire through the window. Tracked my target pretty nicely there, and grabbed Jeeves unaware one more time. But my run is pretty well stopped short as we bring in the victory. We enter the epilogue, and of course I always die in the epilogue, so nothing new there, people. Nothing new there. There's two things that you can pretty well guaranteed are going to happen in a round. First, I will arc myself with a grenade, and I will die in the epilogue. Yes, those are two things that will always happen. Well, you could bank on those, you know. Anyway, so a pretty solid round. It came together in the end. You know, there were a lot of moments. I have to admit, there were several moments where if I just been a little bit more on my game, you know, things would have happened, you know, things would have shaped up quite a bit differently, and I probably would have saved myself a couple of deaths, and probably would have gone on a couple of monster runs through the course of that round, but it just didn't work out that way. Isn't that always the case? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anyway, there we go. Let's take a look at some names and numbers real quickly here. This is one of those instances. Often it's a one-sided affair the other way, or at least slightly, on paper. I mean, you can never really gauge somebody's skill level simply by their rank. But these guys down here, at least this Hedger guy down in the bottom level, he was certainly a threat to be to be taken seriously, you know. And in fact, you know, there were several rounds in a row where I had like my team of ragtag misfits, yeah, my low ranking guys, at least on paper, and we stuck it to these guys a couple of times in a row. Didn't stick it to them. I mean, you can see it's a pretty close round. I shouldn't say it like that, you know, but it's nice when you're the underdog and you can bring in the victory. There's a greater sense of satisfaction, like you actually accomplished something there. But anyway, myself, let's take a look at the numbers. 91 attrition points there, 13 pilot kills coming in, you know, 2 Titan takedowns, 31 minions, 5 deaths. So you really do see it, you know. I went from 3-0, 3-4 to 13 to 31 and 5. That's pretty impressive coming down the final stretch there. Of course, my Auto Titan was doing a lot of work on those minions as well in the process. You have to remember that. So when you outfit your Auto Titan, or when you are running as a pilot who has the guardianship in his perk, you're probably best to just stay out of your Titan, you know. Anyway, right below me, this Korean Ewok fella, he was pretty solid. We played several rounds together, and he performed well almost every time. 76 attrition points for him. Right below him, Motzi Battlebot there with 53 as well, hitting that 50 mark, that average score, that standard that you want to shoot for in these rounds. Down in the bottom level, have to mention X-Hedger here, 109 attrition points. Whenever you crack the 100 mark in attrition points, in attrition gameplay, that's a big goddamn score, you know, that's big. 12 pilot kills for him, 6 Titan takedowns, 40 minions, and 4 deaths. I mean, even the deaths were kept in check there. Right below him, we're looking at Chris, who got that great opening C4 charge, that satchel drop on my ass, you know, to kind of shut me down early on, you know. And it's a bit of a morale killer when that happens. But anyway, he had 68 attrition points, 9, 3, 19, and 9. The deaths got a little bit out of control, but that happens. You know, it happens from time to time. Anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it entertaining. I hope you'll thumb it, and if you did find it entertaining, I hope, you know, you will show your support for it by doing that. Thumb it. Like it. It helps, you know, it helps. And until next time, I hope to see you in the next round that releases. It will be on Airbase. You're going to see some great Art Cannon work once we get there. And but until then, I hope you'll tune in. But until then, you all know it. Remember why it hurts, people.